In the shadows of early 20th century America, a new kind of criminal empire was taking shape, one that would redefine the very meaning of organized crime. At the heart of this transformation was a man named Charles "Lucky" Luciano. Born Salvatore Lucania in 1897 in Sicily, Luciano immigrated with his family to New York City at the age of 9, carrying little more than the dreams and hardships of so many immigrants before him. But unlike most, Luciano would rise from the gritty streets of the Lower East Side to become the architect of the modern American Mafia. As a young boy, Luciano quickly realized that the rules of the street were different from those of the old country. He fell in with local gangs, learning the art of survival, and soon mastered the hustle, running errands, extorting lunch money, and carrying messages for older criminals. It was during these formative years that he earned his nickname, Lucky, after surviving a brutal beating and a near-fatal throat slash that left him with the trademark droopy eye and gravelly voice. The Prohibition era of the 1920s proved to be a golden opportunity for Luciano. As the government attempted to stamp out the sale of alcohol, an underground economy flourished. Luciano, ever the pragmatist, partnered with rising figures like Meyer Lansky and Bugsy Siegel, forging alliances that crossed ethnic boundaries, a radical move at the time. His vision was clear. Crime could be more than a series of bloody turf wars. It could be a business, structured, disciplined, and infinitely more profitable. Luciano's genius lay in his ability to see beyond the old-world loyalties that had long divided the criminal underworld. In 1931, after a violent power struggle that saw the fall of the notorious boss of bosses, Salvatore Maranzano, Luciano emerged as the undisputed leader of the American Mafia. But unlike his predecessors, he refused the title of Capo di tutti capi and instead established a new system, the Commission. This governing body brought together the heads of the 5 major New York crime families, creating a board of directors to mediate disputes and divide territories. Violence was now a last resort, not the first option. Under Luciano's leadership, the Mafia expanded its reach far beyond bootlegging. Gambling, loan sharking, prostitution, labor racketeering. These became the cornerstones of an empire that touched nearly every facet of American life. Luciano's syndicate infiltrated unions, controlled shipping docks, and even influenced Hollywood's depiction of gangsters. His ability to operate in the shadows, to balance ruthlessness with diplomacy, made him both feared and respected by allies and adversaries alike. But power came at a price. In 1936, New York Special Prosecutor Thomas E. Dewey targeted Luciano in a sweeping crackdown on organized crime. Luciano was convicted on charges of compulsory prostitution and sentenced to 30 to 50 years in prison. Even behind bars, however, his influence endured. During World War II, the U.S. government secretly enlisted Luciano's help to secure the New York waterfront against Axis sabotage, a testament to the reach and necessity of his criminal network. In 1946, Luciano was released from prison and deported to Italy, where he lived out his remaining years. Though exiled from the country he had helped shape, his legacy endured. The Mafia, as reimagined by Luciano, became not just a criminal organization, but a shadow institution, a parallel power that thrived on secrecy, loyalty, and the careful management of risk. To this day, Lucky Luciano is remembered not as the most violent or flamboyant gangster, but as the man who invented the Mafia as we know it. A syndicate built on cooperation instead of chaos, profit instead of pride, and strategy instead of savagery. His story remains a testament to the enduring allure and danger of power, wielded from the shadows, yet felt across a nation.